was really trashy.
I mean,
fucking trashy.
Yeah. Well, it's just, I missed you. How have you been? Have you had a good time since you've been here? I don't want you to leave.
I don't want to leave either.
I have to wait. We have to pause before we start and get into the serious stuff because we've got like some really heavy shit to talk about. But I have to give snaps to this bitch because she fucking killed her shows. Like, oh my god, Saturday night I was like white knuckle, like watching you. It was so fucking hot. And snaps for the gentleman that got up on stage with you. Fantastic. He was perfect. It was wonderful. No, everybody loved it. Your fucking pole, your floor work, the whole concept of the bondage show really suits you. You have that. You give that Dom vibe. Was super, super hot, and there's candle wax, and I know all of those. There's so many sexy fucking ladies in the audience that night as well. So they seem to really like it.
Yes, and I don't think a lot of people had seen a candle play before.
I know, and the fact that you let them pour it on you, like that's brave. I wouldn't do that, but you were like,
I'm like, give it back though. Give me the flame back.
Yeah. We're not leaving that with you. You can't be trusted.
I had fun though. I had a lot of fun. And it's crazy what happens when you don't you get everyone's opinions out of your head.
Yeah.
And just do it.
Yeah.
It's so much more fun. And it always looks so much better.
You live here, you play to your strengths and you do what you're good at and what makes you happy. And that's so important. You don't think 100%. I think that's what featuring is so important. And that's what makes us individuals as well. Otherwise we'd all just be like cookie cutter versions of like different Barbie versions of each other. Do you know what I'm saying? And then it gets like, I'm sorry, but there's like, I've seen throughout the time that I've been featuring, like there's one girl will get really good at something, right? And she'll bring it out and it'll be her thing. And then other girls will be like, oh, that's cool. I'm going to do that. And then there's just like, there'll be like this fucking onslaught like of girls doing it. And it's like, what makes us all like, it's cool for us to do the same shit. Like, we all train in some of the same, disciplines, like obviously like pole and aerial and all that kind of stuff. But like to find something that's your niche, like you don't have to be the same as that person. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I think a lot of us just ask for guidance from the wrong people.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be like, well, such and such did a fucking awesome chair show. I'm like, well, that's that fucking person. Like, good for that person, and that was a great fucking chair show, but that's not, I don't want to do a chair show. But
I will never be as good as Miss Parker on a fucking chair.
No, exactly. 100%. Like, no, she's fucking, you watch Miss Parker on a chair, and it's great because she shows up, and that's all she has to do, like, is bring her Walmart chair, and she fucking kills it. And so I understand, like, why people want to do it, because it's a great, easy prop, but I'm like, after you see somebody like Miss Parker do it, you're kind of like, I'm good. Like, that's kind of the glass ceiling as far as that particular prop. Mm-hmm. Same with like Angel Bow and a grinder.
Oh,
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh my god!
Like there's just
like
some
booty cheeks cloud.
No, I've never seen anybody else do it the same way, and so sometimes that's when you have that somebody that like just fucking really kills it. Like it kind of ruins that prop for me for other people. I don't know. Maybe that's a flaw in my thinking, but that's how I feel. Like I'm like sometimes I think we should all be as different as we possibly can. All in the same disciplines, but have something that's unique to you. And your performance, especially on Saturday, was so unique. It was very Raymond Carly, and I fucking loved it.
I think it's the happiest I've been performing in years. Oh. Like seriously, I mean everyone there was really great too, but aside from like the money and like being with you, mm-hmm. a lot of these places will put us in mm-hmm. the same circuit that
I know, and you feel like you're supposed to do what they want from this person or that person. But I think that the good clubs and everything, the club managers understand that they're booking a variety of each stands. Like the best clubs that I've ever went to. Like shout out to I feel like we'll shout out later, but you know who you are. Like that whole last year that I performed, like those are the clubs that I went to. I fucking love all of you. You're fantastic. Like yeah, they book entertainers that have a difference. Like Do you know what I mean? Like they've got a point of difference and they bring something different to the club and show their entertainers something else, give them something different just to aspire to. And that's kind of my goal as far as like features. Because Mons was never a feature club.
Let's talk about Mons.
Talk about Mons.
Yes. So Mons Venus. And I know we talked about this on the podcast before that you're the new general manager. And we did.
People like watch this podcast and like, how did anybody put her in charge of their business?
Fucking businesswoman. She knows what the fuck she's doing.
I can be when I need to be.
Yeah, but also like you can instill the fear of God into people that are not behaving.
Yeah. Like I feel like I think that I have high standards for myself, right? And so when if anything is worth doing, then it's worth doing right. And so I do expect standards. I don't think they're impossible. I'm not a perfectionist by any means, but I feel like there is a certain standard that everybody should meet. And when it's not met, then yeah, I can be, somewhat displeased, but I'm not. I don't have to be a cunt about it.
No. But you give the girls something to look up to, because normally we get a new manager and we're just like, oh, this motherfucker, see how this goes.
Yeah, they either use intimidation or negging, or they want to be liked, which is, I feel like it's just as tough. Like if you can come in and be a hard ass to everybody, and while some people might have, like childhood issues and they're going to want to please you, not everybody has that problem and they're going to have an instant issue with authority. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I think that's problematic for some people. If you're going to be too much of an asshole, that come in and just be too strict or think that you're going to be able to undermine your entertainers by making them feel like shit. I've definitely seen that tool used by many a male manager in my time. Then you're going to be, that's toxic for the club. Eventually, shit's not going to go right. But I also think that coming in the other way and being too fucking nice is, and like being scared that people aren't going to like you, I think that that's another problematic way. Like that's going to be toxic for your club, and you're not going to get the results for the people that you're working for. And you're just going to have fucking pandemonium at the club all the time. There's going to be fucking chaos, and it's still a business. So no, you can't just let people run shit however they see fit. You have to manage, and when you're a manager, you're not just this one person fucking bossing everybody around. You are there to manage, which means that you're like the team leader, but you're still part of the team. So you've got to work out.
But it feels like you're more a part of the team than most people would normally hire. I understand, like there are certain people.
There are some really good managers.
Oh yeah,
out
for sure.
There. Like there are, and I think that's and it's not just rating on guys. Like it's not. Most of the managers that I've worked with, let's be honest, they're men, and some of them are fucking amazing. They're really good people. So that's not what I'm saying. But like I feel like a lot of people come in and think that you either have to be, to get the standard, you either have to like bark orders at people or demand shit from people, do you know what I mean, straight off the bat, or that you have to like come in and be too gentle about it. I think there is a way that you grow and organically generate people's like respect. I think it grows for you over time, and it comes in. It's mostly about your attitude. It's 100% how you treat people, but it's also it's how you maintain that standard yourself.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And there is something really cool being a dancer here. And is it like that in all Tampa strip clubs that the girls go on stage, they all share their tips?
No. Okay, so the girls manage their stage tips however they want. Like, so some of the entertainers don't do that, but that is 100%. That's from 2001. That's when I got there.
Pretty fucking bang.
No, you do 100%. Like, so I tried when I first came in. When it first happened in like January, most of the entertainers who had not worked any other place did not want to share their tips at all. And by all means, you manage the stage however you want. That's what I said. But and as independent contractors, they can manage the stage how they want. Like, they don't have to, if they don't want to split their tips, they don't have to split their tips. Like, nobody can tell them. But, like, I was like, I've worked in a club that across the street where everybody splits tips, there's no question about it, and we make so much more money. Like, you will make, like 9 times out of 10, when people I can just throw the money on the stage and not worry about it going to that one individual girl. Like, think about it. Like, you're a dude, there's 4 hot girls on the stage shaking ass, and there's a girl in front of you, and you start throwing the money, and then that entertainer goes, no, don't throw the money, because that's her pile. Just give me money. Is that more or less likely to make you want to spend, like, throw?
Well, I saw the difference. I did go on stage with a girl that was not sharing, and that was totally fine. But I did see the difference because me and the other girl came out with like $200 for one set, and she came out with 10.
Right.
And so I just gave her more.
Right. But that's super nice of you. Do you know what I mean? Because I was a dancer, I would have been like, well, you sit in that. But but no, that's so lovely. You know, you were wonderful, and that's why you know, you came and you were an entertainer. You're a perfect person to represent, like, future entertainers, because we've got some house entertainers that I'm coaching to be like in-house showgirls. And so they're going to do their own feature sets. We're going to have them. We've got some good. Hey, shout out to Daisy. She's the first one. She went on. You went on stage with her, right?
Yeah, she's sweetheart.
Yeah, she is. I think we should have her on the pod at some point, because she came on the radio station. I think it was her first radio interview. We had that interview. What was it? The talk show. Drew Garabino. It's like. I've got to say his name right, otherwise.
Drew Garabo.
Garabo? Drew. Shout out to Drew for having us on.
That was cool. That was really nice.
Yeah, it was great. So we had Daisy and Danae came on with us. So I thought they did really well for having to be on a radio station for the first time. Because it's different. You know, you've got a mic in your face, and you've got to think about not saying fuck, shit, ass, titties. Yeah, all of that stuff. And as soon as, for me, personally, like, as soon as someone says that you can't say that, that's all I want to say.
I know, when you told me, you're like, by the way, it's live, so it's just...
Yeah, you can't swear. Yeah, you can't swear. Yeah, do you know, I went on a radio station once in Texas, and they usually just bring you on for, like, I don't know, 30 seconds, you do, and, you know, they promote the show. It was, like, part of the club. You know, the club would organise it for when they had features or porn stars or whatever. And they put me on, and they had me there with a rodeo legend and a comedian. And I'm sitting in the middle of them. But I don't know, we just worked well. Like, it worked well. So he kept me on for the entire hour. But by the end of it, like, I'd run out of, I'm still a stripper, right? I was like, and I'd run out of, like, things to say, and I was, like, all bolted and had all this, like, you know, you get too many happy chemicals. And I knew eventually, like, I was going to swear or say something, like, that was wrong. And I ended up, like, fucking, like, putting down, like, an entire cross-section of people. Like, he said something about rodeo clowns, and I called them dumbasses. And I was like, and it went down, like, so badly, because I'm afraid of clowns, right? I, like, the background, yeah, like, so in the background, like, I'm going, he's, like, asking me what an appropriate, like, what the, like, politically correct term for a rodeo clown would be, and I'm like, I should have just done the dumb bimbo shit, and been like, I don't know, I have no idea, and it would have continued and gone on fine, but I'm like, I don't know, they're dumbasses, like. And it was just like, the rodeo guy just looks at me and shrugs. I was like, fuck. Like, so I'm sorry to rodeo clowns, but you honestly, like, I put you down because you're terrifying. You are horrifying. I don't understand you, but just honestly, John Wayne Gacy and Pennywise ruined clowns for me forever.
No, for sure. And there, a thing came out on Vice recently about the new, there's a whole clown movement, bitch.
I know, the sexy clown thing, and I feel like BJ might have started that, right?
Probably. Thanks, BJ.
Yeah, thanks, BJ.
There it is. The clown cult
I can't even. I'm not.
They're not attractive.
But only like
maybe if you're a guy of a certain generation, you'd want to put your dick in something very horrifying.
Maybe.
Not to, I mean, we know clown performers that are not horrifying.
No, I feel like I'm not scared of BJ, but I think it's because I know BJ, right? And she, like, I've seen her without, I mean, kind of just like drag, right? I've seen her as a person, and so it doesn't terrify me. But the mask, like, if I see somebody in clown makeup and I don't know what their face looks like and I don't know who they are as a person, I immediately just assume that they're a serial killer.
Do you remember when clowns were showing up everywhere?
Yeah, that was right before I came to the States.
My son, Marie and his dad had just split up, and I went to pick him up one day from base in Fort Polk, and he goes, his dad goes, watch out, because there's clowns been coming around. And I'm like, you're a fucking idiot, I don't want to talk to you. And then my son, it's like 6 years old at the time, he's like, Mom, a clown rang the doorbell and then ran into the woods. We called the MPs, and I'm like, oh.
I could not. No, fuck that. No, I would die. I couldn't. I fucking hate that shit. No. That was right before I first came here, and it was all over the place. Like, people driving through, like, down roads with cornfields, and one would just step out of the corn. I was just like, oh, no. Dude, like, it's so, honestly, just super lucky that it happened, like, right before I came over, and it had become, like, not popular anymore. I'm sure that some people probably got their ass beat.
I think some people got hurt.
Right. I feel like that probably is what happened, because it just suddenly went very quiet. So I'm sure that there was some clown beatings happening. Because that shit.
Do you think that there are people who are against drag queens or drag performers that are in the clown cult trying to make clowns sexy?
I hope not.
Do they not realize it's a form of drag? Dun-dun.
I mean, it sounds like a fetish, right? And I feel like if you've got a fetish like that, then you should probably just shut the fuck up about anybody else's, like, proclivities or anything. Like,
what about the Mormon wives having orgies?
Okay. Shut the fuck up about the Mormon. I knew you were going to get on this. I have such a fucking obsession. Trad wives. Oh my god, they're amazing. You can't. I fucking hate reality TV, and the fact that you had to show me that. Like, that they're all actually secretly fucking each other. Like, I'm looking at that picture. What was it called? Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And I'm like, why do they all look like fucking Baywatch sirens? Like, coming out of the water. Like, they're so hot. And now you tell me that they're all secretly fucking each other?
Well, not secretly anymore. Apparently one just dimed them all out. Not just. I'm late on the game.
No, I hate reality.
They really?
You're just telling me all about it. It is terrible, but let's take a break.